Hi everybody. Today we will visit the admission module. From this tab we can easily navigate to the admission module, which will take us to this page. Now in admissions module there can be three aspects: how to create a vacancy, how to register and admit new student, and how to go for a direct admission. Now let's create a vacancy. Click on this tab, select the academic session for which you are seeking the admissions, the batch, the course name, the class name, and let's say we create a display label called class 9 admission, and we decide that we have to take a 200 rupee registration fees. Add vacancy, and the vacancy is successfully created. Moving on to the new registration. Now the created vacancy will appear in this drop down list. Selecting it will show a tab called new registration, which will take us to the new admission application form. The student can fill out all the details in detail. The mandatory ones I'll just quickly fill so to move ahead. We put in the mobile numbers. We put in the parents' contact numbers. And we go on to the next page. This shows us the registration fees that we have to pay. We can select the mode of payment. For example, if we select cash, and we can collect the payment from here, and it will show us a print receipt, and it will generate a registration number for further use in the admission process. So we can take the printout of this registration fees payment receipt also. Moving on, we'll go to the print application, where it is the registration form which will appear that we have registered for, and we can take a printout for the same. Now the next step would be going into the admissions registration. In admissions registration, we can see the school can see all the list of the applications that they have received for for particular class and session, and they can easily assign an assessment test if that's a criteria for selection, and they can view their review and print their registration forms as well. There is also an option to export this data into an Excel for any administration purpose. Then moving on to the new admission. How to admit a student. We punch in the registration number that was generated while at the time of the registration, and this takes us to this new admission application form, where again we fill out all the details of the student, and then we can move ahead. All these are very necessary details which will be fed into the system. Moving on, we go to the assignment, to the documents page. Here we can easily submit all the documents that are required, like the birth certificate, report cards, medical reports, transfer certificates, etc. Whatever is needed, we can browse from the system, upload those files, and submit into the system. Moving on, we go to the assignments and payment. Here we can choose the fee structure. These are the preset fee structures that are loaded in the system. For example, this student belongs to the general fee structure. We click on that. Whether we want to assign transport or not, whether we need to opt for an hostel or not, we can select from here. Further, it will show us the particulars of the fees and the date, the paying date, and the total payable amount is shown, and we can again pay it through different modes. For example, if we are paying cash, we admit with payment, and the admission is done. There are also two other options of admit and pay later and admit with waived admission fees in special cases, which we can also opt for. This completes our admission process and a admission number has been generated for the student. And similarly, we can print this application form also and submit. The admission list simply shows the total number of students that have been admitted to any particular class in particular session. So this is the entire list of students. This is our student which we had created. It is showing as admitted. In the manage admissions data, it shows the entire list of students admitted along with their admission numbers and admission dates, and we can make any changes on a student level to their admission numbers, etc. if in case we need to do that, and we can save the same changes. We can make the changes and save here. So that was all about the admission module. Thanks for watching.